This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. And today's discussion is never stop sprawling and thriving. So one of the concepts in life, and there's a great article about this in the Wall Street Journal we talked about the other day, is that when people finish their initial career or their initial success, and often this means that they're middle-aged at some point, anywhere from 45 to 55 to 60 plus, whatever the age is. But you never want to stop sprawling and thriving. And it sometimes can be hard because once you've gotten through that first career success, you really have the juice of energy in the tank to take on that next career success. And there's so many great concepts on this, meaning if you want to be a boxer, and I'm paraphrasing this poorly, you don't have to vision yourself as Muhammad Ali. Rather, and Muhammad Ali was one of the great heavyweight boxers of our time, you have to put a foot in the water, start taking some steps towards it, start taking some small steps to it, and see if the goal and the passion finds you. So you don't have to be, years ago, I wrote 4 nonfiction healthcare books when I was building myself as a thought leader in healthcare, published with different publishers. And there's stories behind every one of those ones. More recently, wrote another book last year. And the first book I wrote, in return to this after 20 plus years, was fine. But it wasn't expecting that to be James Patterson today, nor am I ever going to be James Patterson, who has sold gazillions of books. But what did happen, once I wrote the first book, and I don't even want you to buy the first book because I'm working on a second book because the first book needs a lot of work. First book's blocking and tackling, 60 keys to building a business and manage your money. The second edition will be much better. If you buy the first book and you remind me, I'll send you a second book for free, but I don't want you to buy the first book. You can't go out. It's on Amazon. But the point being, what it did, that effort did spark my interest. And okay, now I've learned a lot from this process. And now I actually do want to turn this into a second book, and maybe a third book, maybe a fourth book, and know how I could use it for different goals and different perspectives. But the idea is, 1, to never stop sprawling and thriving. 2 is you have to dip your toe in the water on a lot of these things. And then you got to be willing to follow your passion when it kicks you, when you find it. Sometimes in life, passion finds us so easily. I really want to be a great runner or a great this or a great that or a great career in law or a great career in whatever it might be. Other times, those passions are harder to find. And my message to everybody is never stop trying to dip your toe in the water, take shots at the plate, and then pursue your passion when you find things that are interesting to you, whatever it is. You can't be afraid to trial and error and test a lot of things and try and find things that are interesting to you. I hope that this resonates with some people. This way of living, imperfect as it is, resonates with myself of being willing to take shots at the plate and try new things, even if sometimes it's a little embarrassing, by golly. But feel free, if you listen to this all the way through, if you find something here that's inspirational or helpful or interesting, again, taking shots at the plate, pursuing your passions, and often you're taking small shots at the plate to get yourself going and figure out whether you're really interested in it or not. And it takes a little work to get from point A to point B and to really ignite that passion. But again, if you enjoy this, please text me, 773-766-5322. And I'll send you a $100 Amazon gift certificate if you're the first person to text me. Thank you to our remarkable producer, the best in the game, Chanel Bunger, for being with me today. Chanel, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Thank you.